What's up, guys? Um, I'm finally here. I'm going live the right way. So it's very abnormal for me. But thank you guys for being here. I want to say a big thank you for everyone that is seeing this. And I know I didn't actually schedule it the normal way, but I don't know. I'm still learning all this stuff. So this is my third day, and I'm finally doing it the right way. So, whew, progression, upgrade your life. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, just making sure everything is set right. I mean, you guys can leave comments if you like. Make sure that's all good and dandy. But this will actually be recorded. So, all in all, I want to say thank you guys again for being here. And today we're going to be learning about personal branding. Woo! So, um, let's start it off. All right. Personal branding is really my wife's forte, the branding queen. That's what I kind of token her as, because she's been touching lives for like a long time with everything that she does and all around the states. You know what I mean? Seattle, Chicago, way back in Chicago days. That's the beginning. Back in 2007, that's when we first got together. You know what I mean? That's when our story really started. And so it's been from that time to here, 2021. It's about to be 14 years. You know what I mean? And so that's really, really amazing. I'm really happy, really very proud of our journey. You know what I mean? It's been rough, it's been tough, but we've gone through a lot of things. But this isn't what this video is about, so I'm not going to go into that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I'm just going to say, yes, this whole thing is a long time in the making. Um, Personal branding is really about you and how you and your audience really kind of mesh up together. Like what you're presenting to your audience. It's about what you stand for. It's about the attributes of your brand. What is your brand? What do you stand for? What is your brand about? Honestly, as much as I know about branding, I'm kind of like dwarfed by the amount of information my wife has. So it always makes me feel like, yeah, go girl, you do it. You know what I mean? Like the little guy at the bottom, while she's standing above me, like Aladdin or something like that. When the genie just kind of went really, really, really big, was just moving, the whole palace and stuff. That's what she's like to me right now. So, but she's my girl. That's my baby, my boo. And so, all in all, I'm just saying like branding is really about how you and your audience, where you guys meet up. You know what I mean? So you need to know who your audience is, who your target audience is, and what's the goal. I mean, if you've seen any of the videos before, I know they weren't recorded, but some of the things I mentioned were that everything starts off with one particular goal, one just narrow pointed point that you're trying to achieve. You know what I mean? So like everything that you do has to have a reason, has to has a purpose, like a clear, clean cut, crystal clear purpose. So us as designers, I mean, the normal view and normal goal that you could say is, I just want to get hired. You know what I mean? That's the goal, but that's not really what it's all about. Like it is about getting hired, but you are an individual. You know what I mean? Like you're not me. You're not Chris Doe. You're not, David Arie or all these like big time names and things like that. You're you. And even me, like I'm not a huge name or whatever, but it's not about being big named, all that kind of stuff and being a celebrity or whatever. And all of us matter. And I had a video about that too. Humanity matters, and you're part of humanity. If you're listening, you're most likely alive, and you have all your, fingers and toes and things like that, and you're able to find this video and actually watch it, or watch the later point. You know what I mean? After it's been recorded and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, you're here. You're alive. Thank God. This is a blessing, and I'm really happy that you can be here. So, with that being said, that means that you have a purpose. You have an inner purpose. You have something that you're about. You know what I mean? Even if you haven't recognized it, even if you didn't dig into it and you're just kind of sitting on the sidelines, you still have a purpose. You just haven't found it. So, and we talked about that on the first video, but not everything is in deep. This whole video series is all about an overview of different things, different elements, and I go deeper into these things when you're actually a client of mine, and we actually want to talk about how to boost you up. You know what I mean? Like make you into the real personal, universally unique identity that you are. You know what I mean? Like the thing that makes you unique from anything and everything ever in all of time, all of space, and all that. All that kind of stuff. Like that stuff is true. It's real. It's right here. Um, so all in all, I keep kind of sidestepping, and I admit I am a ranter, and I love to go off into a secondary subject and go deeper into that. So I keep like hit my hit my hand. Come on, Jordan, stay on track. Anywho, so the number one thing, like I said, is for you to identify what your goal is, to identify who you are, and who your audience is. Who are you doing what you do for? You know what I mean? So what is it that you do, and who do you do it for? Outside of that, like you got to find out more about your audience because it's not just about you, right? So you got to find out who they are. Like, is it what crowd, what demographics, what psychographics, you know what I mean, things like that. What kind of things are they focused on when they're looking for you? In this particular case, as far as designers, we need to know who our recruiters are, who are ideal businesses that we want to talk to. And it's not just about that because it's like, what do you stand for? Like you got to know what you do. This is why interpersonal inner purpose is so important, and then value proposition. Because then, once you know more about who you are and what you're about, then you can find out more about. Then you can, start talking more about your audience. But there's a flow to this. There's a stepping stone to everything. So once you figure that out, you know what I mean. Like you go into the process of finding out who your audience is, who you're looking for, who you're trying to get with. Because the whole getting hired is a dating game. You know what I mean. So you got to make sure you're wearing the right cologne. You know what I mean. Make sure you're wearing the right outfit, you know what I mean, saying the right things and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of like a pickup game. But all in all, like, man, this whole process is very elaborate. It's not just turn in your job application and get a job. I mean, I did that way back in the day when I was trying to be a cashier at a regular grocery store. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot easier, but we are UX, UI designers. We are really important. We're all important. I'm not saying cashier important. It's not important. I mean, it's definitely important. I value everybody. Okay, because if you didn't have a cashier, you wouldn't be able to make transactions at a grocery store and wouldn't be able to get your food. So everybody's important. Okay, but what we do, particularly in this very particular space, is what I focus on. So it's very important to me. It's very important to you. So all in all, you need to find out more about what you want, what you're going for, who your audience is, and things like that. So I can't go into all of that, all in an hour. I'm really trying to keep this very succinct and just give you a few pointers along the way. So the other thing that you want to keep in mind, you want to be the tree that stands out amongst the forest, because there's tons of designers and they keep getting made every day. And it's not just like babies being born or something like that. No, it's just people saying like, you know what, that UX stuff. I mean, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna put my carpentering down and I'm gonna get into that. Or I don't want to be a dentist anymore. I want to be a UX designer. I mean, they get paid. Hell yeah. So people just switch over all the time. So because UX is a beautiful thing, it's just going to be weird when we're all UX designers trying to UX each other. I don't know. That was funny to me. But all in all, like all of this is just really a matter of trying to find out how to make yourself stand out amongst the forest. You're the tree standing out amongst a forest of millions of trees out there. So you need to find out how to make that happen so that you can get the job or you can get the client. If you're doing freelance, you want the client. If you're doing jobs, you need the employer, and stuff like that. But you want to stand out so that you don't look like everybody else. And that's how you really get a job. It's not so much being just another design applicant and submitting your form and hoping, oh, please, please, please choose me. You know what I mean? You want to get past that. That's like the beginning stages. That's just getting in the door. Um, And a lot of people are at that very beginning stage. So this is why this is so important. I'm kind of giving you guys a secret window, like a back door. No, don't go around the corner, man. Go around the corner. Yeah, that door right there. And it's like giving you a secret pathway to the way to get into this game. Because I didn't have that. My story is really harsh. It wasn't harsh, but it was just long and difficult. So once again, not the time. I'm sidestepping. All in all, just saying that this process is very intricate. So let's go deeper into personal branding. I know everybody thinks branding is all about the styles and all that kind of stuff like that, but all of that stuff starts before you get to that. Everything starts with pen and paper or a document. You really got to put in the legwork and put in that stuff. Like this is a one of my wife's branding sheets and things like that, where she gives me a whole bunch of questions and we go over everything, target audience breakdown and different stuff like that. This is all from my company, What the HTTP, which you guys don't know about because I haven't been marketing it very well, but it's no in this file you see like, do you really know your audience? You go into it, like all the, what do you call it, demographics and psychographics and all that kind of stuff. But all of this stuff is really long and in depth, and it took me a long time to really get through all of this stuff, finding out about competitors, what are their advantages and disadvantages, where can I improve my business, things like that. So this is pretty much her proprietary information, so I'm not trying to go too deep into it, but she said it's okay to show you a little bit. So I'm showing you a little bit. But building content, what kind of content you want to build, analytics, engagement, social media, all that kind of stuff. All of these pieces are all part of branding. You know what I mean? So you got to find out when your kickoff point is and what you're going to do for that. So pretty much let me show you a little bit. This is that store with the HTTP. So this is the branding for that. So which is a apparel store where I show like different kinds of shirts. And I've been wearing a lot of them in my videos, but this is just kind of like some of the things. I'm just giving you a quick glance at some of the stuff that I've made and done along the way. And this honestly, this site is horrendous compared to the branding that we actually want to do. But I just wanted to get something up for the time being because we're super busy and we don't have time to go really deep into all of this stuff. Like I had photo shoots with a niece of mine, and Jaquisha, and we've done other photo shoots and stuff like that. But there's tons of content that we've made and videos and stuff. Instagram, you may have seen this. This has been really stagnant because I haven't added much to this, but the whole process of showing all the different views of things. And I made this puzzle. Like, actually, I didn't make this puzzle. She made this puzzle. Kiana made this puzzle. My wife, the branding queen, made this. And I worked with it, or I worked with her with it, but she primarily did all of this. So I can't take really any credit. I won't take any credit. But the whole process of seeing this written out in a pattern on Instagram and stuff like that, it just like people loved it. They loved how it looked. They loved how it felt. You know what I mean? Like because branding is about feelings as well. It's about emotions and stuff like that. So, but all of this stuff all goes together. Where you can see the different products. You can see different things that stand for. Unity, diversity. Um, there's a picture of Chicago. You guys want to know that. But fail hard. Like I have all these messages that I talk about where it's about shirts of encouragement. I am women. I do tech. UUID. The mighty semicolon. The hex code for black. You know what I mean? All sorts of things. Like I made all these different kinds of designs, but you can see it all just like really fast, just like a little blend of things that I've done. So, but they're all branded. If you can tell, they all kind of go together. So I want to show you a little bit about what works and what doesn't work. Um, I don't want to really put anyone on blast, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. But let's see. Oh, some of the stylescapes we talk about. I can go into that, but let's see. Like, if I can find a poor branding. which is everywhere really. It's not hard to find. But I'm just going to show you a few things that I'm just finding offhand. I mean, everything has branding. So the colors you use, the typography you use, and things like that. Things like this here area, like you have the same color to font over as the same background. That's a UI issue. That's an accessibility issue that bothers the hell out of me. But just kind of the little things along the way, like bad logos and things like that. Here are examples of big logos, and here's some like examples of bad logos. Like, I don't know. I don't know how they're doing this. Oh, okay. That's not bad. I don't know this. But anywho, like there's tons of bad branding examples, which I didn't really dig into prior to doing this. So I just have good stuff. So this is a stylescape. So a stylescape is when you really put you kind of mesh together a lot of branding elements in a way that really kind of helps amplify what that branding stands for. You know, the emotions behind it. Like this is V Fresh. And so part of this, as you can see, there's a lot of photography because it's about the people. This is, you know, about making your vagina clean and it's stuff for like I don't know what they do, the chemicals and things that they do, but I don't want to make it sound bad, so I'm not going to talk about that. But they have a thing that helps clarify your vaginal area and things like that, and so and makes you feel, you know, more clean, more healthy, more happy, you know. And so showing women as happy and showing this whole branding paradigm with like pictures and the way that the photos are put together, the way that the graphics are put together, the way all of this stuff comes together is part of the brand. And so all of this comes together with a color scheme, typography, all of this stuff comes with branding in mind, you know, different cards, UI cards, and such like that. And so this all gives a feeling for you. You know, you have a certain feeling when you experience this kind of stuff. And so that's the number one goal in doing a stylescape because you can get this idea out and then compare it. Excuse me. So, but let's see a different stylescape. This is also for VFresh. So the idea was that Keanu was trying to get an idea for what the client wanted in their actual stylescape. So like this is a lot more like boom, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot louder with hot pinks and you know, but it's still the same kind of concept. You know, the concept, the emotion behind it hasn't changed. It's still happiness with women. You know what I mean? To have that freedom, to have this particular product that helps you clarify any kind of like pH balances or imbalances and really helps you to bring together all the colors. So it all gives you emotion, something that you can really dig into. You know what I mean? So that's what this is all about, is showing happiness, showing freedom, showing take back your confidence. That's the whole concept behind this. And so as you can see how everything is listed and laid out, it all has a similar feel. It all goes together. And so that's what this is about. This is just a second stylescape that I'm covering. So let's go into another one. So this is Leap. Leap is about sustainability. It's about, I forgot all the things that they talk to, but it's obviously about health and like making things better in the urban environments regarding, I believe it's water, but different things that they talk about having clarified and stuff like that. But you can see the urban feel, and then the healthier feel on top of it, laid on top of it, and all the different colors that go together, the gradients, and all the elements, all the UI elements that are coming along, the icons, the LEAP initiative, engineering equality from the ground up. That's what they're standing for. So yeah. And it's just showing all the ways that different elements come together. These kinds of things you need to know before you go into making any kind of UI design. So that's why I highly advise having a stylescape before you do anything. Because this way you're not so much shooting off the hip and saying, well, I think this looks good with this color, and I think that color looks good with that color, and I think all these things work together. You know what I mean? It's like it brings the order, the law and order to designers to have a stylescape. So, and we love Law and Order, so the show. So yeah, but this is another stylescape I have to show you. This is for Nia. Nia is all about movement. So as you can see, like this, it's like an older style, older demographic, but it's all about movement. So you can see that in the way this looks and this feels, and this just has this vibrancy to it. Like this interest in just the imagery and the expressions. Showing expressions in photos are super impactful, super powerful. So you definitely want to go into that. Just seeing the photo and what it means to you. Every photo is worth 1,000 words, right? So this is like you can see a lot of meaning in the photo like this. You know what I mean? It's like, come, let's have fun, let's do this thing. So it's all about movement. Um, and then this is just some of the other different elements. So gradients, image overlays, healing. She mentioned some of the elements that they stand for along the way. So it carries the whole message along, whole message with them. And so different kinds of shapes and kind of like golden patches and stuff like that. She could talk way more to this than I can, but all in all, this is one of her stylescapes for Nia. Love how you feel. So find a Nia class. So it's just showing what the UI looks like. Now here's another one. This one isn't Nia. This one is DFN, which is all about. I believe this is just a false kind of stylescape. It's just a designer's stylescape. So we were just trying to get one of our jobs, like back when we were doing a lot of Craigslist things. So this goes way back. This is not really for a particular company, just an idea for a company. So I believe it's called the Alpha Fund Advantage. So they wanted a new logo. That's right, I remember that. They wanted a new logo to go for their funding company, Alpha Fund Advantage, for like mutual funds and things like that. But we just showed different ways of how things could look, And so, given this idea, this is like an earlier version, but given this kind of idea, you can see more about what the design ideas were for what we were trying to propel for them. And so, all in all, these are just a number of things that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, I do want to take on questions if you guys have any. If there's anyone here. I know I didn't actually set this up properly with the event and people to join in and all that kind of stuff, so I apologize for that. But for the most part, that's what I have for branding. Oh, that is not true. I did have a very special gift for you guys. So I mentioned in one of my videos on LinkedIn about some themes that we're going to provide. So you guys are ready for that. Okay. So let's go into it. This here is the crowning jewel, a Venus sky. Now, a Venus sky, let me give you a little backstory. A Venus sky, of course, I'm locked in. A Venus sky is what do you call it? How do we word that? I forgot how you say it. Like it's a branding company, so it's a branding creation place. So like we're gonna this is where all the stylescapes came from. People come to us at a Venus Sky, which is like a design agency, but it's not a design agency. It's just her, and so I help out on the side, but this is primarily her baby. And then here you can see theme boutiques. We're gonna get into that, but I want to show you guys the rest. I mean, this is her. This is Kiana. And this is our niece again. But you can see, like, we just use different elements that we have, and we throw it all together, but we make it look sexy. You know what I mean? Make it look beautiful. And so this is a Venus sky, and there's so much to it. So now that you guys have seen just the gist, I mean, we're talking about branding, services, things like that. But let's go into. I'll show you a little bit more about the site before going to the themes, since we have so much extra time. But this is the best way to predict your future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln. She loves quotes. This is Kiana. She's the founder and the designer. You can see a lot about what she does, and her beauty of everything is all around every page, every step of the way. Like everything is carefully crafted and spoken to. So it's just a beautiful site. So let's go into the Abyss, which is the Abyss is a deep dive session that invites you to step into the depths of your brand and an identity. The ultimate goal of each session is to create a tailored, transformative brand that embodies a streamlined tone, feel, and personality that carries value, relativity, and identity. Beautiful. So I'm going to go into that real quick. So here's the Abyss. And I love this. I love this because it's like a little table sitting under the water, you know what I mean, in the abyss. It's like we go really deep into your it will tell you whatever your brand is and everything like that. So I'm not going to read everything, but for the most part, it's this just the whole idea, the concept of the website even carries into it. It's like diving into your vision as it goes down, forward, down, further down, further down, and you can see more about everything she's talking about. So it's like you're literally going under into the depths of something. And so, at the bottom, you see your design, create your own experience. This is what you get at the end. You know what I mean? So, this is just a beautiful experience. I love this site. I really do. So, here's the services real quick. So, here you go with create your experience because that's what the service is. You know, it's web design, UX, UI, there's social media, brand identity design, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? So it's make it simple but significant. That's our goal, and we carry the same branding style as far as being simple. Like as I showed you guys yesterday about my portfolios, the differences from how I progressed everything. Like there's lots of space, lots of direction, lots of indicators of what's happening, and the little headers that really tell it all. And this is how you really put that together. So the studio, stay tuned, portfolio updating. So yeah, we have more stuff that's coming. We're still at the very beginning stage, and this is really all kind of like early. Like I'm really taking you guys in as far as the background, back door into Avena Sky. But this homepage, oh my God, it's just beautiful. So I'm coming back here so that we can go to Theme Boutique. So once you go to the Theme Boutique, you'll see it like the shop. It's the different themes that she's provided. Palorma, these names. Oh yeah, Aiden. Uh, and there's some more. There's some more coming. I know more about them because my theme is actually the portfolio that I'm using is one of her themes. But I got like the super early discount, you know, because I'm her husband. That she wanted to show Aiden most especially. And so with Aiden, like all of this stuff is built with opera in mind, like for composers, people in the operatic industry, because she herself is an opera singer. So these were made for opera in mind. But this is what her theme overview looks like for Aiden. Um, just some of the views, man, they're gorgeous. Just impactful, powerful imagery, powerful design, stuff like that. Like, and we were heavily inspired by like a lot of European design, like Scandinavian, Swedish, um, me German. I love German design. Bauhaus movement is very impactful for me. But like these are all the just the different pieces of the puzzle. Like these are just different sections that are done in multiple ways, so you don't have to have it in one particular way. Your timeline could be in different designs, different ways. And so this talks about the actual theming, you know what I mean, fast, light, and 100% customizable. 100% customizable. As brands evolve, your website will be here to support you. So pre-built, no coding needed. Customer support, easy installation via WordPress, because we use WordPress here. I've been using WordPress since the beginning. So let's see like a quick preview. You just click on one of these. So I'm just gonna click on this one. And into this we go. So this is one of those themes. And just see like the imagery alone speaks so much, but like you can see with the menu items, I mean, it's really simple: about, media, schedule, press, content, all the things that composers and opera singers need, you know. And so these are just placeholders, so they're not really meant to be full content, full thought out content. It's just little ways to see different kinds of content that you would fill in with whatever content you want to say. But all these pictures, all these images, all these things can be changed to whatever you want them to be, but the whole concept stays the same. Like you can always get to the menu, it's always staying with you. But let's go into about. So about is like simple, like everything else, very elegant, very elegant. You know, very design centric. And music makes people happy. That's why I go on doing it. I like to see everybody smile. Like Buddy Guy, yeah, like she loves quotes. So quotes are very impactful. We love quotes, both of us. So this is like her ending point, like how her bottom footer looks like. Very spacious, very easy to read. It's not all conjoined and full of stuff. You know what I mean? Like we don't have all the nav menu down here because you don't need that. That's what is up here. We're all about simplicity. You know, keep it really easy. So this is media. You know, it's just a gallery. So the schedules. You can talk about different timings, or events, titles, and things that are coming on for you as an artist, as a, you know, opera singer or a composer. You can see the different views of how that stuff looks. And going on, more design elements, photos galore. We love photos. So let's go to press. And mind you, all these things could be utilized for designers as well, but she's going to actually have some design based themes that we'll be providing as well. But this is just one of the themes that we're focused on for particularly musical artists, classical musical artists. But it could be for anybody. You can change all of this. The fonts, you can change the colors, you can change the pictures. It's just a regular website theme. So, and then you have contact. Super simple. I love how simple it is. Super simple. I think technically this footer wouldn't be here, but we're still working on a few things for the most part. So, all in all, beautiful things to share. I'm going to share with you one more, if you don't mind, since I have so much time and I realized I would get through all of this stuff so fast. But let's go to Paloma. You can see the different breakdowns of this. Split between each theme has its own version, so there's like this has more feminine touch, this has more masculine touch, same theme, but just by changing a few pictures and colors, things change between tones, and that's branding based. That's all branding. So all those kinds of things are pieces of the puzzle. So these are some of the different screens that you can see. Um, the media library, so many things. And so she gives you this splash page of just seeing all the different things that you can do, all the different things you'll see within these different themes and such. So into the live preview. So all of these things. This is the forest, Paloma forest, and so you can see the different elements, more masculine, of course, diverse. I mean, we are black. Not that that has anything to do with why these are black people, but the fact that most sites only have pictures of white people, so we try to make sure we include color along the way. So, but this is just events. This is an overview really. So this is homepage, so you get like everything all at once. So you get the photos, where you can dig into the gallery and really see the photos blow up. and like a light box, different elements and such. I don't know if you noticed this guy, but I use him in some of my designs, some of my banners. Why not? Recycle. So, but yeah. So all in all, there's like all these different things, these different quotes. Believe in your voice. This beautiful footer, you know what I mean, that we have, like this green. This site particularly is about this green. So, but if you go back to, oh yeah, that's all about this particular thing. So I'm gonna go back to this one and go to the more lighter, like feminine side of things. So, beautiful woman. Like I said, there's no racial divides for us. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, whatever, woman, female. We love everybody. You know what I mean? We're not about making huge divides between types of people. But as you can see, there's just tons of beauty. This site is just beautiful. So you can have the gallery, which is very similar, but everything is different. So, I mean, this gallery is very similar to the other one, I think. But they are based on the same thing. So it's forest, it's pretty much the same in a way. So there's different pictures. This is on stage or a gallery, like another gallery that you come into. I love these designs. I love this little square that she added to it. I love these elements. Definitely beautiful pieces. And we work hard, like both of us, we work hard to make sure that we're finding the right type of imagery, finding the right type of the things that really carry the message along, carry the brand message forward, not just stuff that you just find and you just throw in there. You gotta really put some thought into it, you know. And I believe I already showed this one. So let's go back to the home page. And, well, I could have done this in the other places, but media, there's the gallery. So like you can see the breakdown of all the media. So gallery, audio, videos, and very simply, that's all there is. And we take up all that space, you know what I mean? But use a lot of white space in between. So let me go back to that real quick. So there's a lot of white space around, but it's all taken up by the picture because the picture is where all the meaning comes from. You get a lot more impact and a lot more ideas just looking at these pictures of what could be. And so, and the words are really big, very, very clear, you know what I mean? What is this? Audio. So you get to see the different audio tracks that you have or the videos that you have. So coming into video, there's a test video that comes up. Just choose your video, just kind of like a basic thing. So, but you can actually have like the opera singers that take up this theme can actually put in their opera performances as videos, here. So, and have quotes and sources from different news outlets and things like that. So, this whole thing has been thought out very thoroughly, So there's just beauty in this whole design, like even with the heading, changing colors to go with everything, and it doesn't need to be completely clear of everything, but I mean, it's just it's just a gorgeous site. So this is the contact page. This is about. I love the about pages. They're my favorites. I mean, like this is really simple, very clear. You can put a bunch of. You can tell your story in this, and really get into it with a picture of you and some more things like some pictures, some more content about maybe some upcoming performances with your CV, resume, a picture of you again, like really just make this whole experience immersive, you know what I mean? Like really dig into it. Everything goes together. Even though this color is not the same as this color, they all fall into the same color scheme as I showed you with the Stylescapes. So all these colors have already been thought out, figured out, and the message is clear. Like the message was made and made purposely to be like what you see. So, all in all, this is the Venus sky. Um, I don't believe I get to the homepage because this is inside the theme. So once you leave the theme, you can get back. But yes, this is a Venus sky. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If there are any people that are here that have kind of comments or any kind of words they want to share, I would love to see that. Let's see. I believe I can post a poll. I had a poll. I made a poll. Okay. Activate poll. So, and I don't know how I do this. I've never done a poll before. Show results in video. Yeah, cool. So that's awesome. Let's see if I can. Nope. Okay, so I have to stay here. But all in all, that's it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this. And if you didn't get a chance to see it when it first started, that's okay, because honestly, this is recorded. I finally did this the right way. So, um, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Write me a comment. Uh, join the group. It's what the HTT, or it's what's your UUID, Universally Unique Identifier. Um, and you can find this on Facebook. But I probably will pass this video around just so you guys can get a chance to see it. All right, so let's go ahead and call it a day. So I'll see you guys later.